Hey fight fans, welcome back to the Fight Book. This is the Indian accent guy, and in this video we have 7 fight announcements, including 3 in the UFC, one of which is Topuria's fight, Ilia Topuria's brother Alexandre Topuria. So let's start this video from him. UFC featherweight Alexandre Topuria will be coming back in action at UFC Qatar November 22nd against Khamzat Chimaev. If you do not remember, Khamzat Chimaev had made his UFC debut in March 2024 against Umar Nurmagomedov when no one in the UFC wanted to fight Umar. He had lost that fight, but then this year he returned in a fashion by knocking out Brad Katona at UFC 315. Moreover, if we talk about Alexandre Topuria, he made his UFC debut against Colby Thicknesse at UFC 312 in February 2025 against Colby Thicknesse, and he had won that fight via unanimous decision. So both will be fighting to get their second UFC win. Moreover, top 10 ranked UFC flyweights, number 8 ranked Alex Perez versus number 9 ranked Asu Almabayev is also added and confirmed for UFC Qatar card. When the last time I had told you about this fight, it was in works, but now it is confirmed. Perez, who is coming off his loss to Tatsuro Taira, won only 1 out of his last 6 bouts, while Almabayev is 5-1 in the UFC and is coming off a win over Jose Ochoa. Then the third fight which is announced, it is a bantamweight bout for No-Show UFC next weekend's card. As you all know, Raul Rosas Jr. had pulled out against Rawpont in the co-main event. So David Martinez, who was already in the card and was scheduled to face Kwang Le, replaced Rosas Jr. and now he is the co-headliner against Rawpont. So this situation left Kwang Le without an opponent, but the UFC sorted it out. The UFC signed another Mexican undefeated prospect, 6-0 Santiago Luna, who finished all of his fights. Then from the boxing side, Naoya Inoue already has his next fight after he fights Murodjon Ahmadaliev on September 14th. An ESPN reporter, Salvador Rodriguez, is reporting that Fernando Beltran of Zenfer Boxing has informed him that a deal has been reached between Naoya Inoue and Alan Picasso to fight each other on December 27th. Then Jake Paul's Most Valuable Promotion announced the co-headliner of their September 27th card, Most Valuable Prospects 15. It is a women middleweight bout where WBA and IBF number 1 contender, 3-0 undefeated Canadian and 2-time Olympian Tam Tybalt returns against Cristina Mazzotta of Italy, who is just 1-0 as a professional. Moreover, today's scheduled first bids for Opetaia vs Sin Cara have been cancelled as Matchroom has announced both sides have agreed on a deal. As such, Opetaia will defend his ring and IBF Cruiserweight World titles against IBF mandatory challenger Hussein Sin Cara next. Anyway, exact date is currently to be decided, but fight must happen within the 60 days as per IBF ruling. Moreover, Fresh Production, with an offer of $1.9 million, has won the purse bids for the Sabriel Matias vs Dalton Smith WBC Super Lightweight title mandatory contest by outbidding Matchroom, who bid at $1.7 million. After outbidding Matchroom, they announced that they will contest this fight in Puerto Rico. 10% will be held by WBC as win bonus, while rest is 70-30 split for Matias, $1.197 million, and Smith will get $513K. Then the WBC will hold a Friday purse bid to auction the rights to the Badau vs Noel Mikhailian Cruiserweight title rematch. It was announced in July that a deal was reached to scrap the purse bid, but now the WBC says Badou Promotions never communicated a date or venue. Jack had outpointed Mikhailian in a close fight in May in Riyadh. Then Frank Warren has confirmed that the WBA and WBO number 1 heavyweight contender Moses Itauma's ring return is being targeted for December 13th in Manchester. Opponent under consideration are Filip Hrgovic, Kubrat Pulev, and Jermaine Franklin. Then lastly, Jaime Munguia will not receive sanction from UCAD or the Triple BOFC for his failed PED following his decision win over Bruno Suras in May. The former WBO super welterweight champion could return to the ring in October or November. Anyway, these are all the details from upcoming fight, but there was also a UFC flyweight bout that was supposed to happen at UFC 322, but now it's not happening. Charles Johnson says that he had accepted a fight with top-ranked Steve Erceg at UFC 322, but Erceg had to decline this fight because he is getting married. So now UFC will maybe find another top-ranked opponent for Charles Johnson, and we will not be able to see this fight. And with that being said, that's all in the fight world. Now you are again completely up to date with upcoming fights. So if you like this video, share your thoughts in the comment section because your feedback is important, and then do whatever you want.